So what would happen if you combine Spider-Man 2, the hit movie, and this PlayStation 2? Oh, I guess that. But how has it aged over the years? Well, to answer that question, I have to tell you about the story and the gameplay. So let's swing on in. So this is how the story goes. We start off the game like every other, with a tutorial, telling us how to be Spider-Man. But instead of a goat mom or a professor telling you about balls, you get one of the prickiest pricks I've ever seen.
You don't actually jump until you've let go of the jump button. Now go jump in a lake. Am I going too fast for you? Okay. So the next thing I want you to do is jump off the building. Do you always do what people tell you? You know, there's a word for that. Loser.
Let's introduce the characters of the story. We have our hero, Peter Parker / Spider-Man, our love interest, Mary Jane, our side chick, Black Cat, Harry Osborn, the guy who hates Spider-Man because he thinks we killed his dad, and the enemies Shocker, Dr. Octavius, and Mysterio. Now, back to the game, we get told about some nearby crime in the city of... And the criminals look like the terrorist in Counter-Strike Source and sound like General Monger from Monsters vs. Aliens.
I got her. Let's clear out of here. Spider. We're gonna need more men.
So, we save the woman's briefcase, which is secretive and we will never know what's inside. Maybe it's some more polygons to fix that goddamn neck. Look at it! Also, by the way, you have to progress the story by talking to civilians, and they tell you about crime that's happening around the city. And I don't know why, but every time I talked to someone in the first part of this game, it was this woman for some reason. No, seriously, look how many times I talked to her. After completing enough crime missions, we continue the story by stopping more criminals in a museum. And this guy, he's trying, at least, and honestly, isn't that all you can ask of someone? After clearing that up, we meet Awoga! After clearing that up, we meet Black Cat for the first time. And trust me, this will not be the last time we see her. The devs knew what they were doing when making this game, because we see her more than Mary Jane, it feels like anyway. After meeting her, we chase her through the city, and once we finally catch up to her in this game of cat and mouse, or spider, I should say. Oh, hey! Okay, fine, not my best joke. Anyway, as I was saying, after catching up, we chat for 30 seconds and let her run away. Sick. After that, we fight Rhino, but to be honest, we only see him once, so I'm just gonna put a clip of me beating him while tied up. Here you go.
No fair!
Hope your insurance is paid up.
Come on!
Got where you are?
Laugh! Oh, okay. I don't have enough hero points, so let's talk to a civilian, and of course it's you. Again, what do you need?
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
You little scheming rat! I knew you were up to something with all this crime! You've been organizing it all, haven't you? And then after that, we decided to go deliver some pizzas to Spider-Man, which has some of the best music I've heard in any video game. We meet up again with Black Cat, who just robbed a store of some kind. By the way, every interaction with her is filled with sexual tension, and then we have to chase her again. After a couple of minutes of following her, we get to chat again. And then we just let her go again! Spider-Man, what are you doing? Stop being a simp! After that, Peter Parker goes to his other job, which is being a photographer at the Daily Bugle, and J. Jonah Jameson, Peter's boss, tells him to go to a nearby stadium because someone is challenging Spider-Man. So we swing on over there, figure out someone named Quentin in his pajama onesie, who does movie effects, is trying to prove that Spider-Man is a fraud. How will he prove that exactly? By throwing random criminals into 3 different holes in the ground, but only the green one. How does that prove it? I have no idea. So we go ahead and beat Quentin. Also, by the way, one of the criminals has one of the funniest voice lines in this game. Take a listen.
You're really taking it out on the wrong guy. I didn't do nothing, I swear.
And then we start up the second challenge. Well, I say challenge, but it's not really. It's piss easy. Quentin has set up an obstacle course where you have to get to the other side without getting seen by him or else we lose. The difficulty of this part is getting sore from pressing forward too much. That's how easy it is. So we prove we're a real superhero, and Spider-Man makes an ED joke, which made me chuckle a bit.
Overheating? Oh, stupid machine! Work! Work! Come on, work!
Problems with your laser, Beck? I hear there are pills for that now.
We meet with Dr. Octavius to talk about his reactor and how it works, and how it could power the city. But after that, Peter Parker forgets he's supposed to be at Mary Jane's play, and gets interrupted by Black Cat that tells him about more crime going on in the city.
Dr. Octavius' theories are amazing. My head is still spinning from talking to him. Oh no. Mary Jane's play. If I hurry, I can still make it in time.
And look who it is! It's the Counter-Strike guys again. And it looks like they're rushing B. Oh, Jesus Christ! After that, Mysterio starts attacking a local movie theater with the power of holograms. And so we go inside the burning theater and save some civilians. After we save everyone, Mysterio tells us about how he's gonna take over the Statue of Liberty. And now I get to tell you about my least favorite part of this game when I was a kid. And it's this part right here. So you see all these floating islands? We have to swing across to them to get to the Statue of Liberty. Simple, right? Wrong. Your web shooters won't connect half the time, and once you fall into the water, you start all the way over. But anyway, after that, you have to punch these balls so you can go over to the top and punch this brain. But even that isn't easy, because you have to swing close enough, and then you gravitate towards the ball and punch it. But half the time, that doesn't work either. Just let me punch your balls, Mysterio! After that, you head to Mysterio's apartment and enter this bookcase, which leads to my favorite part as a kid. Inside Mysterio's apartment is a fun house of some sorts. And yeah, when I was playing this, I realized this was my form of brain rot as a kid, because this was all goofy sounds and colorful models. So, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, Mr. Hoppin' Hack. Nuts.
And that's the last we hear of Mysterio. We go back to Dr. Octavius, and he's beginning his experiment, but uh-oh, things go wrong and his wife gets hit by a flying object and unalives.
Put in a cage. I read about a...
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
After that, a bolt of electricity gets shot at Dr. Octavius, and then the arms he's controlling start controlling him. So after we stop the reactor, which took a couple attempts to be honest, but it was really funny because Spider-Man has the best ragdolls of all time.
Fluctuations are getting worse. I have to hurry.
Go, Spidey, go! Keep going limp! After all of that, we decide not to check in on Dr. Octavius and deliver some pizza. After delivering the pizza in perfect shape, Dr. Octavius believes that Spider-Man is to blame for the reactor. Why the hell does he believe that? Spider-Man wasn't even there until everything happened. But, whatever. Dr. Octavius talks to Peter's professor from college to collect some original Master Chief Mountain Dew to recreate his reactor. Which, might I add, Dr. Octavius looks like your average Redditor. Okay, looks like I have to clear some more crime missions. So let me just stop these guys right here and holy hell! What in the Mysterio was that? I can't fight against wizards! They might be linked to Dr. Peculiar. Now that we can continue the story, Peter arrives at the bank with his Aunt May, and surprise! Dr. Discord Mod also arrives at the bank to steal some funds for his plans. Probably to buy some more lolly hentai. He takes Aunt May to the train tracks, where I totally didn't let Aunt May get run over. That would be terrible. Also, I would like to point out that Tobey Maguire voices himself in this game as Peter Parker. And his voice acting is just terrible. I mean, listen to this.
I don't have time to bother with you. You interfere with me at that old woman's peril. No!
I mean, come on, man. Your aunt's life is on the line. After successfully saving Aunt May, we beat Dr. Octopus harder than a Redditor on his favorite gooning subreddit. Also, future Xander here editing. Spider-Man's No reminded me of this one scene from this super specific movie that no one has ever seen called Joshua and the Promised Land. They're so similar. Listen to this.
No! No!
Black Cat shows up again to tell us that Shocker is in an abandoned warehouse. Doing what exactly? Probably some sounding. Oh, I guess I should probably talk about the fighting mechanic in this game. It's similar to the Arkham series of games, where you have to punch or dodge accordingly with Spider-Man's spidey senses, but it's made for babies. Because you can just keep pressing square and you'll win most of the fights that way. So we beat him and meet up with Black Cat again 20 minutes later. And oh my god, we are fighting Shocker again? Already? Jesus guys, could you not think of anything else for this part of the game? Well, yes, they did. They made it so Shocker has a shield of energy and you have to press these panels above to disable his shield for a small bit to be able to beat on him. So it's basically the same fight with one new mechanic. After completing a few more crime missions, we meet up with Black Cat and she tells us about an arms deal that's going on in the city. So we follow her for a bit and arrive on the scene and holy shit, that's a mech! And let me tell you, these mechs shoot rockets that take a chunk of your health, and I'll be honest, I died a couple of times, but I got it done. After this, Spider-Man finds Cat again shortly after the fight to tell her that he has to stop seeing her because he loves MJ, which to me is the most giant fumble of the century. Spider-Man was this close to bagging this baddie, but lets her run away. Discord mod shows up at Harry's office to get more gamer Mountain Dew, but Harry first asks Dr. Fedora that he wants him to catch Spider-Man for the Mountain Dew. And so Harry tells him he can track down Spider-Man through Peter Parker, because he takes photos of Spider-Man. At the same time, Mary Jane calls Peter Parker to tell him that she wants to meet up and talk to them about their relationship. So we meet up at a coffee shop with her, and then Dr. Octavius throws a car at Peter and MJ. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention, Harry tells Octavius not to hurt Peter, so let me get this straight. You throw a full car at Peter after being instructed not to hurt him? If he wasn't Spider-Man, he would be dead. With MJ, you cretin! Anyways, r/alpha males tells Peter to tell Spider-Man to meet them on the train tracks, or else he'll hurt Mary Jane and leaves with her. So we swing on over, and we fight on top of this train, which now can't be stopped because Dr. Octavius disarms the control panel. After beating him in a fight, we have to stop the train, which Spider-Man does, but it takes all of his energy, so he passes out due to exhaustion, which Dr. Octavius takes the unconscious Peter to Harry, and Harry gives him the Gamer Mountain Dew. Harry is about to kill Spider-Man, but takes off the mask, wondering who the man behind the mask is, and finds out that it's Peter Parker, which coincidentally comes back to consciousness right after, and asks Harry where Dr. Octavius is because he has Mary Jane, and he tells him that he's at the pier. Once we arrive, we find out that Dr. Octopus rebuilt the arc reactor, and Spider-Man has to stop the reactor. We have to shut off 8 panels because Dr. Octavius has a shield. Oh boy, where have I heard that one before? By the way, this water down here, it must be Detroit water, because you touch it and you die. And you have to start the mission all over again, which is unavoidable sometimes because Dr. Tentacle Hentai likes to grab you and will sometimes just throw you in, or the reactor will hit you and you will ragdoll into the water. We hit all of the 8 panels and now we can beat up on Dr. Octavius. And after doing so, we get the final cutscene where Dr. Octavius comes back to his senses and realizes that it isn't Peter's fault for Rosie's death, and he starts destroying the pier so the reactor won't blow up the city. We swing out with Mary Jane, and Dr. Octavius dies with the machine at the pier.
While I was consuming this video game product, there was a thought that occurred to me.
I realized how much nostalgia can mask how bad something is. Which, don't get me wrong, Spider-Man for the PlayStation 2 isn't bad at all, just repetitive. You're either fighting criminals to continue the story, or actually just doing the story. And yes, I know there's a ton of collectibles in this game, but to be honest, I didn't even touch those, because they felt like just add-ons afterwards so there's more playtime. If this video does well enough, I might come back to this game and 100% it. But yeah, my final thoughts on this game are that it isn't good, or it isn't bad, honestly. But it was fun playing it again, after all these years. Now, would I recommend it? Yeah, but only if you've liked the Spider-Man movies. Anyways, that's about it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.